Hello, welcome to the Watchman Den channel. I'm Dan. I thought today a good topic might be, what is the next prophecy to be fulfilled in the timeline? What is the very next thing to happen? So let's think of a few different ones and see which one maybe would be the next one. It's not the revealing of the Antichrist, as a lot of people think, because we have to be gone before that happens. We already know that. We got Isaiah 17:1, the burden of Damascus. Behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be a ruinous heap. Well, this one could be nominated because it's getting torn apart like every day right now by Israel, and they just had their civil war there in Syria, and it's being used as a staging point. And I'm sure they're setting it up again as a staging point to attack Israel again. Excuse me. So it's not unthinkable that could be taken out, and maybe soon. Maybe a nuclear attack, maybe not. Maybe just a big, continuous, unrelenting attack on them. And here's another prospective candidate for the next thing being fulfilled. Jeremiah 49, 35 and 36. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will break the bow of Elam, the chief of their might, and upon Elam I will bring the four winds from the four quarters of heaven, and will scatter them toward all those winds, and there shall be no nation whither the outcasts of Elam shall not come. Okay, so Elam is the same as what we call Iran right now. And they were known as Persia. Now they're Iran. It's called Elam in the scripture. Well, right now, Israel is threatening to attack Iran, and Iran is threatening to attack Israel. It's more or less a matter of time to see who hits who first. Okay, well, but that's not to say that it will be to the extent as we read in verse 36, to where they will be scattered towards all those winds, and there shall be no nation where the outcasts of Elam shall not come. In other words, it's not going to be worth staying there. They're going to go, people are going to leave and go everywhere else. Will it be that bad now? It might be, because if Israel attacks Iran, they've got to hit them hard enough to take out their nuclear weapons. And Iran might make it they might escalate it into a really big war at that point. So time will tell. Could that happen before the rapture? Possibly. Same with the destruction of Damascus. So the next verse, you might think, well, what about the rapture itself? Would that be like the very next thing, that's the very next prophecy that's going to take place? Well, before you decide on that one, we have to consider 1 Thessalonians 5, 2 through 4. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Okay, people listening to this channel that listen to this channel and other channels, they're not going to be in darkness. They're not going to be taken as a thief, overtaken as a thief, because we know what's going on. And this sounds, the way it reads, it's like it's right with the rapture, but somebody's going to have to say peace and safety. And then the sudden destruction that comes upon them, when you read this, the sudden destruction, it sounds like the rapture or the immediate terrible things in the tribulation right at that time. So a lot of people, I would assume, think this is the next verse to be fulfilled. And watch when they say peace and safety. And when they say they here, I think it's the unbelievers, because they're in darkness. They don't know. They don't know that their sudden destruction is going to be upon them. We know it is. As travail upon a woman with a child, that's like the birth pains again until the tribulation. So I think that the peace and safety is a very good possibility of being the next thing to happen. And I think the other two may be as well. So if you have a good educated guess as to which one you think it is or something else, I'd like to see it in the comments section. Not an arguing channel, just as simple discussion would be fine. Thank you very much.